Okay, 12, differentiation question, not covered it yet in syllabus, or completely covered it in syllabus. So parts of this you might not follow until we get back into the classroom. However, we need to find dy by dx. Okay, to do that to the original equation, all of the powers come down to the front. So the 3 here will come down to the front and multiply what's there already. And the power up there will go down by 1. So 3 comes down to multiply a third. And the cube becomes a 2 up there, squared. Okay, and this is where we're going with the calculation here. So 3 lots of a third x squared minus, now for this one, x to the power 1. There it is. The 1 comes down to the front and multiplies the 9, and the x power goes down to x0. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. So what we've got there is 3 lots of a third is 1, x squared, minus 9 lots of 1, which is 9. So x squared minus 9, and the plus 1 on the end will disappear. Part 2 of the question, we know that this one for the curve is a cubic. So it's a positive cubic, which means for a positive cubic, it's going to go up and then down and then up. So we want the bit of this curve where it is a negative gradient. So we want the bit of the curve that's between the peak and the trough there. Okay. Now what's special about the peak and the trough there is that if you were to draw a tangent or a line across, their gradient of those lines would be 0. Okay. The gradient of the curve at that point would be 0. The gradient of the curve, if you followed through with differentiation, is known as dy by dx. So the dy by dx that we've just worked out would have to be at the peak and the trough there, the gradient would be equal to 0. So we start with x squared minus 9 equals 0. Take the 9 over and square root it. When you do a square root, you get 2 answers. So we've got a plus 3 or a minus 3. That corresponds to where what the x values are at the peak and the trough here. Okay, obviously minus 3 on a graph would be to the left. So this happens when x is minus 3. This one happens when x is 3. And where this curve has got a negative gradient is between the two values there. So between the two x numbers, which we can write as the x number would need to be between 3 and minus 3. No equal signs on there at that to give the negative gradient.